Welcome to the Tippie Toe podcast. We got a special guest tonight. Who my guest is, my dog?
What's going on, good people? This is your kinfolk, Kia. What's going on, my boy?
Oh, man.
I'm glad to have you in Atlanta, man.
Man, I had to come through, man. I had to come holler at
indeed,
you,
Indeed, man. I'm glad to have you out here, man. Glad to have you out here.
Man, we got to take it on bite for the people who don't know where you from, my dog. I know we're in Atlanta right now.
We in Atlantis, you know what I'm saying, Wakanda. But I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Memphis, man. I'm from North Memphis, Frazier, actually. You know what I mean? The neighborhood I'm from, man. But I've been having what they call a pied-à-terre. When you have a residence in the city that you're not from, it's called a pied-à-terre. So, you know what I mean? I have a pied-à-terre here. I love Atlanta for all of the opportunities and networking that it offers. You know what I'm saying? I always believe you got to network to increase your net worth, but you got to follow up to get the dollars up. And this is just a great place to be able to move around. I love Memphis. Got the key to the city. You know what I mean? Love the town. But you know, slowly but surely, there are opportunities in film and television that's coming to Memphis that are here. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and with me, that's my other hustle. Is that film and television? You know what I mean? And that's what I see in Tyler Perry get $1 billion out here. So I'm out here too on the same track. You know what I'm saying?
But Kenfo, you got to take it on back, because a lot of people don't know you did a lot of history for Memphis. You gave some of the artists their first chances. People don't know that, even from the Yo Gottis and stuff like that.
Yo Gotti. Shout out to Yo Gotti. Shout out to CMG. Basically, Yo Gotti and I started together. You know what I mean?
Y'all started together.
Yo Gotti is from North Memphis as well. You know what I mean? And definitely, man, early in the game, for his first songs on the radio in Memphis was from this album that I put out, Life. You know what I mean? Life was a classic in Memphis. We put it out in 2003. So it's like when I see people talking about Yo Gotti now, you know what I mean? I started from the bottom, the flow with Yo. You know what I mean? You know, before he gave that money bag to Yo, I put that money bag into Yo. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just definitely, you know, he was a great partner as we linked up and put together a classic mixtape, classic DVD, and a classic project Life that is streaming right now and available on all platforms. So if you want to go check out, you know, a real classic Yo Gotti album, go stream that Life. But he was just God has a way of using me in times in people's career when they're starting. You know what I mean? When it's the beginning. And it's a blessed place to be in, because you can see how much a person grow. You know what I mean? From where they were then to now. But we really press the flesh and get out here in the streets and beat the street up. You know, I'm from an era where you had to actually be something for real. You go out here in the street and you actually had to make fans, and you really had to go out here and touch the people. And it had to be something that was so dope that they would get in their cars and drive down the street, you know what I mean, to buy one of your beats as far as music that's in the store. You dig what I'm saying? So it's you know, that fan route is a different fan. You know what I mean? Those are real followers and supporters. These ain't just followers on Instagram, you know, that are fly by night. These are individuals. The reason why Yo Gotti is so successful to today, one of the reasons, and like I said, I was blessed to be able to help him get to where he's going. He was already on the way there. I just gave him navigation for a situation, and I produced, and I was able to brand my rap hustler movement, which was like QC in Memphis at the time. So I was able to be able to help him, you know what I mean, connect the dots so he can be able to collect the lots and produce them and help him give this craft and help, you know, cultivate this craft. But
how did you get started though? Because he's how you got started in the music game though? I
got started, my little brother, Dirty Fresh, who's a dope producer in Memphis, who produced for everybody from Wayne to Tip to everybody, whatever. Shout out to my little brother, Dirty Fresh, brother. But he had a rap group that I believed in called L.I. One of the members of the group, I was cool with his big bro. So we got together, clicked up, started a record label. It was more on hip hop vibes, you know what I'm saying? It was late 90s, early 2000s vibes from Memphis. And we bought a lot of lessons, and we put out a lot of music through our distributed Selecto hits at the time. So that's kind of how I got in the game. But that led me to finding Drummer Boy. Drummer Boy, Chris Golson, was coming out of high school.
So you've been seeing Drummer Boy?
Yeah, Drummer Boy was out of high school. First out of high school was Drummer Boy. You know what I mean? Shout out to Drum too. But first out of high school, I heard his beats, and I got some of his beats for the projects that I was working on with my brother's label, with Diamond Cut Entertainment, doing our thing. But it was a trip. I'll tell you how it really what popped it off. There was a guy named Dino Del Valle. Dino Del Valle is the A&R that signed Cash Money to that $33 million deal. Shout out to Dean. Dino, he's also Genesis manager and stuff like that, Collie Buds, you know what I mean? He also managed those guys as well. But basically, he came to Memphis to sign Player Fly. When he came to sign Player Fly, a partner of mine, Rick, was like, it's a CEO, you need to come holler at. His name Kinfolk, he a cool cat. he brought him through my townhouse at the time. Me and him really linked up, and just like he was like, bro, you come to New York, look me up. So immediately, I got a buddy pass and flew to New York. You know what I mean? And because he, because he's a guy that gave Cash $133 million.
I was gonna ask you that too. What made somebody from the South wasn't scared to go to New York? Because most people down here was not even going to New York.
No, I mean because of the fact that this is the guy that gave Baby Slim 33 M's. You know what I'm saying? So of course I'm like, look, let me get up here and talk to this man. And as like I said earlier, it's like you got to network to increase your network, but you got to follow up to get the dollars up. Okay. So my follow up was following up with Dino. You know what I'm saying? Got on the buddy pass. Flew to New York, and I had big dreams and everything. Like I'm finna go up here and get my label, make some new music, and my artists make new music, and I brought beats with me and all that from drama and all that or whatever. And I'm just up there and I'm playing this A&R, my music, trying to get signed. He didn't really like none of the music, but I could tell he dug me.
Why you say that?
Well, he did. Well, clearly he didn't want to. He didn't bust a move on the music. If I'm in a meeting with you and I'm playing you music, and you like not really like giving me the vibes, and like go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. But I know his energy. I can just, one thing about it, man, energy speaks before you say a word. Okay. So I knew his energy, and God gave me discernment, so I could feel like, okay, this dude feels me. So you know what? I'm in New York. I'm finna spit. I'm finna go ahead and just let this man know I can spit too, because the whole time I'm putting out my brother's group and doing all that, I can rap. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm like, okay, I'm up here. He ain't messing with none of their music. Let me play a beat that I love, and I'm gonna spit for him. So bam, I put the beat in. When I put the beat on, before I could even get a bar out, the man said, how much you want for the beat?
Oh, he wanted the beat first.
He said he wanted to buy the beat. And for me, at that time, I had never sold a beat. I got all my beats free from my youngins. I didn't know, they selling these beats?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he said, I could sell you this beat. So I said, how much you give me for the beat? He said, I give you $5,000 for the beat. You give me $5,000 for this beat.
For that beat.
Oh, I said, okay, yeah, it's sold. Immediately, yes. So when I went home and grabbed Drummer Boy and I got more of his beats, and I was like, man, I went back up there and I said, Dino, show me more people that's like you. You ain't got to sign me. Just show me more people.
More beats.
A&R that I can sell more beats to. Plug me my boy DNY over there, Rough Riders. This Rough Riders 02 Rough Riders. 01 Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying? Now I go up there with DNY and Siobhan, and I end up getting a 10-song deal with the beats, and I ended up placing the beat with Jersey Monet, the R&B artist they were working with, and she had a song featuring DMX. So that's how I like that song deal with Rough Riders.
So you got to meet DMX.
Oh, I got to meet X and all that. I got to work with all of them, Kiss, Locks. You know what I mean? I got a chance to smoke with. I got a funny story I'm gonna go back to, but about Styles P. So look, so I go up here and really off selling the beats for Drummer Boy. Is how I end up really getting my first real rap check. You know what I mean? Selling his beats, getting that production deal with Rough Riders, taking that, going and getting a publishing deal with Universal Music Publishing in LA with my guy Manny Elwes out there in LA. Went did that and got like a couple $100,000, and then I came back to Memphis and revamped myself and started my label Rap Hustlers. That was the label that had signed, that we did the deal with Yo Gotti and put out Life, as well as we did deals with Skinny Pimp. We put out Still Pimpin' and Hustling. We put out albums on Lil Chat. We put out albums on Gangsta Black, Mr. Ed, Criminal Man. A lot of the people from Memphis that was like the dudes, you know what I mean, then. So we were doing that. This is all before social media, you know what I mean? So we're doing that out there. I had my distribution deal with TVT. I got a distribution deal with TVT Records. TVT at the time was had Yin Yang Twins and had Lil Jon and them. So I was on TVT the same time all this was going on, except for the only difference between me and Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon is I had a straight distribution deal. I was getting 80% of the profits.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going straight distribution. I had my own tour bus, wrapped the tour bus, drove it up to New York, the whole thing.
Back then you was doing that?
Yeah, I had that back then or whatever. Like, check Greg Street to let you know. The first time I pulled up on Greg Street down here, it was in my tour bus, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta. But like, so this is all before social media, and this is when, like I said, when you had to really be something in the streets, put that work in, and that's what I was doing. Kia Shine was like the Diddy of my city. I would rap on my releases that I put out. So like I would have songs with me, Lil Chat and Mike Jones. I would have songs with me, Skinny Pimp and Lil Wayne. I had songs like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, these are records that are me, Yo Gotti and Lil Jon. You know what I mean? Like these things is how Kia Shine as an artist came to be known. You know what I mean? But as a businessman running around New York, 02, 03, 01, 02, 03, 04, and with Yo Gotti albums, like, you know what I mean? That's those things kind of put me in, and selling Drummer Boy beats. Those kind of things kind of put me on in the offices up there because we all know Drummer Boy is a very successful producer. Yo Gotti is a very successful entrepreneur and artist. But I was one of the first guys running around New York in them streets talking about, look, check this out, listen to this, you know what I mean? And I'm pulling up on y'all with this tour bus. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people that's in the game now, 20 years removed, like is like, you know, that are people that witness that. You know what I mean? That's why I still can be able to maneuver the way I maneuver and finagle the bagel the way I am now, because a lot of the people that I touched become very successful. And then even my own self is like, okay, to be able to, when it was time for me to be an artist, you know what I mean? And just like, okay, let me pick it back off of all the DVDs and mixtapes and features I've done with all my music or my labels, all my artists that I put out. So I had a brand already. So then it was time for Kia Shine to do his thing. And that's how I ended up popping off or whatever with the So Crispy. And
we can't skip the So Crispy, dog. When you listen to that bit, you talking about shit niggas that's doing now, rocking now, though, dog.
I received that and believe that. And
I'm like, I think this nigga started why niggas paying expensive clothes now.
The drip, like, you know, my Jean 900 shoes, 850. That whole, the drip line. I was trying to separate myself from, at the time, Trap or Die, Jeezy. That was what was going on, like, heavy. So I was like,
so you was really buying them type of stuff back?
Oh yeah, I had the Babes first. You know what I mean? Shout out to Soulja Boy, but you know who had them Babes first? The Babes. I had the Weasels, all the Red Monkeys, all the, you know what I mean? That's what
you say. Louis and all them.
Yeah, Louis Vuittons, all that. But like but it wasn't the Gucci's. Like I was doing all that. Man, I'm talking about, like, you know, I was like 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, and I made a song about it 07, So Crispy, but like that was my wave of the drip. I was talking about, I remember when I dropped my album on Universal Motown, like I signed with Sylvia Rome. And it's crazy because I ended up getting signed by Universal, but then bag it up, my first check I got, real check, was from Universal, you know what I mean? So God kind of plant seeds like that or whatever with you, whatever, let you know you're on the right path. But at the end of the day, like when I dropped my album, Due Season, on Universal Motown, like I remember Double XL magazine saying like, what are you trying to do? Trying to start his own lane, talking about some drip music. Like, what is this drip? What is this swag? What are you talking about? But after that, everybody was talking about drip and swag. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like when somebody say like you ahead of your time, it's a blessing. But at the same time, like you really want to be right on time. You know what I mean? Because if you right on time with it, you'll be able to reap all the benefits from the full wave. Sometimes, you know, you be used to be able to just show folks the navigation for their situation, and then you see people like 2 Chainz, you see people like that are picked up, you know what I mean, the vibes and the waves, you know what I mean, and I know it's love and respect because I got songs with T-Pain and 2 Chainz that doesn't did for free, you know what I mean, so it's like, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's respect and it's mutual, but it's like, I do know that my fingerprints are on the culture. And then, you know, my influence is definitely there, you know what I mean, in a day of influencers now is the thing, but like before, I'm the person that influenced your favorite influencer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's, to me, is the wave I've been on. Like always been ahead of the curve or ahead of the, you know, ahead of the thing or whatever. So
what vibe you was in that studio recording that thing, dog?
Say it again.
What vibe you was when you in the studio recording that So Crispy though, dog?
Oh, like I just went and bought some. I think it was in Dallas. I was working with Playing Skills, who did Riding Dirty, and I went to Dallas, and I just probably went to the mall gallery, I think it was. Just went and bought some Louis or something, and just like we was looking to try to create a record, and I was like, look, I want to do this crispy vibe because like what's when you get a fresh blue face from the bank or out the ATM and it's brand new, what is it?
Crispy.
When you get your chop from the haircut, you go get lined up or whatever when you come out, what are you? You crispy.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of times, you know, it's like guys come out and they get co-signed by other people and stuff like that. Me, I just kind of came out with my own slang, my own coattail, no feature on the song, nothing. You know what I mean? But just me. You know what I mean? And I was able to break through. So you know, I think that that's why I like when artists come with new phrases. Like I like Ice Spice because she came with the munch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just something that makes you stand out, make you different. You know what I'm saying? And so people can remember what your flow like. But then the tempo and the beat, you know, that was a co-production. You know what I mean? We made that beat from scratch to that crispy, like, you know what I mean? And it's like to create something from scratch. And then when I recorded in Dallas, we saved it and he saved it and it sped up.
Oh.
Because it was supposed to be saved at I don't know, 48 track, but he ended up saving it at the wrong speed. Something happened and it was sped up. But when we got done with it, I was like, yo, I like it like that. You know what I mean? And I came to Atlanta after I left Dallas and I went to Jason Jeter and I let Jason Jeter, T.I.'s manager. I said, man, listen to this version of the song. and listen to this version of the song. He was like, bro, that fast version is it. I'm like, I thought so. And ended up going with that one or whatever, and that song ended up being a hit. You know what I mean? And it kind of started the drip wave, the swag wave or whatever. Like, because before me in Memphis, it's like, you know, Memphis was more like 3 6 Mafia, or more like gangster. We weren't really known about being fresh and being, you know, hustle and flow. It already made it like we was like, you know, behind the times. So it was really important for me at the time to be able to, my mind state, as you asked about going to the studio, what was I thinking? Just about letting people know that Memphis fire, Memphis fresh. We got, you know, you gotta respect our fresh, you know, and respect our mind and our grind.
And how much time did you change clothes in that video, though?
I did like 50 of them.
Dog, you was walking the clothes and changing.
Yeah, hey, but I got another one too that just because it's been like, you know, just that flow again. I got a record, we call it the GOAT year, 23, you know what I mean? We call it the 23. I think we call it the 23. But like the record is like, it's not a remake of the same beat, but it's like that type of song. You know what I mean? And we shooting a video in Memphis for Black Friday, so it'll be out January 1st. You know what I mean? It's called GOAT year, I think, 2023. It's like, I don't know. The name of it, I think, gonna be GOAT year or 2023. But it's dropping on the 1st. You know what I'm saying? It's dropping on the 1st of January. But it's like that, just that flow, that positive. You know what I mean? Like that's that fresh, that feel good. You know what I mean? I'm into that. I believe that death and life is in the power of the tongue, and those that enjoy to eat from the fruit from what you speak, you eat from what you speak. Okay. So if you get on this mic and God has anointed and appointed you to be able to speak to these people, and you speak to these people and you say things to these people that are negative or that have words, you spell words. So words have a anointing and a spell on them. So you gotta be careful of what you speak. So for me, musically as an artist, I always want to speak something that's like gonna make people, like, you know what I mean, feel good or make you think, you know what I mean? But like, I just don't get into the negative vibe. So now Memphis, when you see Dolph, rest in peace, but when you see Key Glock, when you see Money Bag, when you see these artists from Memphis now, they fresh. You know what I mean? Like they super fresh, and not just Memphis, but a lot of people, you know, but the game. But I just speak for Memphis. I know, like, for my city and my neighborhood and for where I'm from, like, I was the first doing any of that. You know what I'm saying?
My bad for getting off track, though. R.I.P. that boy Dolph. Where you was when you heard young Dolph?
Man, I was right here in my studio, Tree Sound Studios in Atlanta, and we were working on a song, and it's like, when that happened, bro, dude, man, Dolph was a real dude, man. Like, Dolph, like, me being in Atlanta from Memphis, a lot of times people see me and they know I'm the connect for Memphis, and Memphis been blowing up. So it's like, when they need a Memphis artist to come through, do a feature, do whatever, they hit me up, and I make money with it. So it's like, Dolph will be always somebody I can call and say, hey, bro, I do want a feature up here, man, pull up. Man, Dolph pulling right up.
So you had a relationship with
Yeah, I got a record with Dolph right now called You Can Tell that we put out back in 2017. It's on all the streaming sites or whatever. You can check it out. It's called You Can Tell, myself, Young Dolph. But did that for me for free, no money. Like, he was always just like a trill dude, you know what I mean? And the respect and the love was always reciprocated, and he never hated, you know what I mean? And the way he was as a man, a family man with his kids, like, you know what I mean? That's he a trill one. He was a trill one and a real one, and we really lost. You know, I just hate. That's the thing about Memphis, though. I love my city, I love my state, but to get to the love, you got to get through the hate. That hate is so real. You know what I mean? And it's it's like, it's a baby Atlanta, but it's smaller. And it's like, I don't even want to speak too much on the street side of it, because it's still stuff that's open, but it's like, it's things that's coming out right now with that scenario that, like, everybody involved on that scenario, like, I like the most latest guy that got picked up, Quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and his daughter she got murdered.
Dog, like, you know, that was crazy, right?
Yeah, like,
she was,
you know what I mean?
Get a little buzz going.
Yeah, she was getting her buzz because she was signed with Uzi, and it's like, it's so many questions in that.
But it's hard to, it's like now with rappers, like they got, it's like the street mixed with the rap now or something.
Man, the streets is been mixed with the rap, but now when you add the special sauce of social media, see, it's like, back in the day, it was different because, like, you know, you might hear a buzz, you might hear about a dude, or you might hear about a situation, but like, if you're an individual who do not like Kia Shine, and you every time you on your gram and you looking, and I'm posting, and I'm right there, I'm in your face all the time, in your face, I'm in your face, I'm in your face, I'm in your face. Certain people can't take that. Some people can't take it, bro. You know what I mean? It's too much. And then you pull up and you in real life, you know what I mean? You know, and it could be difficult. You know what I mean? Dolph had a lot of enemies, and I don't want to tap into it, but it's like, it's a small city and a lot of money.
And what about when you was buzzing up though? Like when you caught the big buzz, was it like I see like a little scene where you in 3-6. It seemed like you try to show love, but like, what is that? Is it like everywhere like us black can't work together or something?
I mean, it's like just like the dude today who ended up shooting some guys at the college or whatever. They was on the run or whatever. It's always sometimes like us. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I feel like love kills hate, but it's like. My city, like one of the reasons why we just now getting our flowers, the fault of that is ours, because we have not liked to work. I came in working with everybody. But like different North Memphis, South Memphis, you know what I mean? Come on, man, let's get together. You know what I mean? Like, turn up, because it's strength in numbers. But it's like in order for us to have a real scene in our city, it got to be more than one thing in our city. And it's like, but Memphis was so much a one horse. King of Memphis, I gotta be the king. I'm the king. If I help somebody be king, what that make me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I never like, you know what I mean, like really got into that whole thing on titles. But now it's like you see like with Finesse 2 times and Money Bag coming together. That's what I'm talking about. That's an immediately yes. That's what we gotta do. We you know, like it could have came out of jail and been straight on bad. But instead, you know what I mean? Wiser heads and cooler heads prevail. You get together, man. Now it's like, man, he getting 40-50 at the show. Finesse here, shout out to Finesse. You know what I mean? Bag them doing their thing. Finesse just signed with Atlantic. You know what I mean? It's just big things going on. But back in the day, you know, when I try to come to the store and just, you know, show love, and then like, you know what I mean, to be able to have, and that's when I first learned about social media, like, because people could put a slant on something and it not even be like the thing that you think it is. I'm like, bro, no one has ever. I'm 6'5", and I'm not a, you know what I mean? I'm not a small guy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very difficult for somebody to just remove me or run me out of anywhere. So that's not the case. That never was the case. I decided to move because when somebody's being negative, I got 2 things I can do. I can tap into their energy, let it pull me into them, and then, you know what I mean, we get lit in there or whatever and all that. All the time, Frazier boy, my cousin. That's my first cousin, Cedric Coleman, that one that wrote Hard Out Here for a Pimp. Was sitting next to Paul in the interview. So it's like, you know, if it really was some smoke, it's my blood. Okay, then. And he's sitting right next to you. So it's like, fam, like, you know what I mean? It's really no wins. But at the end of the day, I'm not even trying to put him in that scenario or no one in there. Let's just move on. And like, I step about the situation or whatever. Like, so it's like, I don't even tap into the negativity and the negativity. I ain't with none of it. Like, you know what I mean? Because the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy. It gonna come take away something you enjoy. That's what the situation with Dolph doing. You know what I mean? Like that energy, it just need a vessel. And if you get the right vessel, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not, I see what's going on. No, I'm finna go to the house. You know what I mean? Because I'm not finna let you guys trick me off of these streets. You're not finna do it. You know what I mean? It's easy to get tricked off. It's easy to get tricked off, bro. It's so easy to get tricked off of these streets, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, people think with emotion. The penitentiary full of niggas who emotional. You know what I mean? In jail because of some damn emotion. Man, nigga, man, disrespect me, man. Bow, bow, bow. Now you sitting in that jail like, man, that 1 second, them 2 seconds, and whatever it took you to shoot that gun. Look, man. And then we in a different age, bro. We ain't in the age where you talking about murdering somebody and blending in with your partner like ain't nothing happened. No, homie. It's on tape. Yeah, everything they got it recorded now. They got it recorded. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you shocked how big your city, like how much artists coming out from the black youngsters to Money Bag. It's like
to GloRilla.
Yeah, we gonna get to the GloRilla. You feel? Oh, you shot those like? Oh, you just surprised you? Like, damn, we really.
Man, I am. This is what I was like from someone who was running around New York in 2003, like saying, "Yo, listen to Yo Gotti." I'm telling them labels, this is it, and then having the door shut in my face, and not only, you know, not people really getting it, so I had to just like distribute it myself and do my thing or whatever. But like to see where we at now, oh man, it's beautiful. But Atlanta been on it, so it's like it's dope to see that we getting those deals. That so many producers from Memphis, Tay Keith, You know what I mean? Another one that's killing it. Everybody talking about that 21 Would You Do Something For Me. That's produced by Tay Keith. That's a Memphis producer. You know what I mean? Rich Flex, that's Memphis producing. You know what I mean? It's a Memphis sound right there.
Yeah, Memphis got that.
You know what I mean? Hit Kid. You know what I mean? Out of here. You know what I mean? Right now, he got another jump with the the other jump with K Carb and all the girls or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like then he got the FNL.
With Hit Kid though. You fuck with him?
Yeah, Hit Kid. Like I had Hit Kid down here in Tree Sound in January 2021, and he was just producing for Duke Deuce. They had a gold project. And he was telling me about all the girls he was working with and putting together and all that. I was trying to get him a deal with Sony Music Publishing then, because I do a lot of publishing deals behind the scenes or whatever, and they turned them down, But now they fast forward to 2022, he just signed last week. Now he signed to Sony, you know what I mean? But like that's somebody that I heard and saw the vision and was able to try to make something happen or whatever for him or whatever. That's what I am. If you got your momentum going, I know that the check follows the momentum. Okay. So if that momentum is going, I'm gonna be able to go get you a check. God already put me through a lot of doors already that I done went through. So every door I done went through, I kept those relationships. So I'm able to go back to them same doors and be able to go, keep getting money. You know what I mean? Because the thing about the game is, you can stay in the game as long as you got something to sell. Okay, then. You gotta have something to sell them. You gotta have something to tell them. And if you're in the streets, you better have something to mail them. No, just playing. Just playing, but not for real. But like at the end of the day, it's like that will keep me in the game. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like somebody got momentum going, especially from the town. I gotta make sure I get down with the get down. Okay, you know what I mean? That would keep me on. Just like that with the GloRilla placement I just got, but producing a song to get that money on
let's talk about that. How you make that happen with GloRilla?
Man, Glo, man, like shout out to M-Town Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Like Glo, she from Frazier, my neighborhood, you know what I mean? And LaShawty doing her thing, like, you know what I mean? And it's just a Memphis, like I said, it's the new Memphis state of mind. We're like, let's link up. And then, that's why I say I'm positioned in Atlanta. So like everybody come through here. So a lot of times
everybody love to come through.
Yeah, you got to come through here. So a lot of times, especially Memphis individual, when you get with a Memphis individual outside of Memphis, it's like even more love. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that came to get that we got it here. We did a session in July. You know what I mean? July 23rd, man, and did the jump and just had a great vibe. And that was right before FNF went #1. And she just been running, and we got a chance to get one in, and that's the one we ended up making an album with. You know what I mean? And just definitely a good creative energy.
How you feeling when you heard that thing on the album?
Man, I was so crazy lit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like to be able to be, it's longevity. Yeah, it's longevity, bro, and like to be able to still have an ear, to be able to still know, you know what I'm saying, like what could work for an artist, and you know what I mean, and to just be able to grow. Like anything that's not growing is dying. Fast. Anything. So it's like I don't never be stuck in my old ways and the old waves. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I continue to keep growing. You know what I mean? So that's what grow mean to me. Get rid of old ways. You know what I'm saying? So grow. So it's like I just like keep growing. You know what I mean? And that's what like Fertile Ground, the production company that I started with my guy Theory and Far and my boy Cool T in there. It's just like great energies of production, you know what I mean? And then being able to use my network and being able to my ear and being able to just like create music that curate music, you know what I mean, for the next voices and the new voices. And then, and then like on the GloRilla jump, I was surprised. What really surprised me the most was that she kept my ad-libs and my little, you know what I'm saying, on the jump. Like when, you know what I mean, my woes, my signature woes and my vocals behind it. I was really excited about it. I didn't expect that, you know what I mean? So that was super cool, and that was respect, man. So shout out to GloRilla. And if you haven't streamed the album, go get it. Anyway Life's Great, because Anyway Life is great. Seriously, and I appreciate that. So shout out to GloRilla, man, and CMG for that.
And I know you in here to working on some stuff like that. But what you want them to be looking for right now?
This is what, like for me, I have a plethora of talents. I feel like I don't want to be. I'm gonna break any box they try to put me in. Okay. So what's going on with me is like, okay, producing. I was just on the phone with Moneybag and trying to get him this record we just made that I let y'all hear when y'all was up in there. Like I'm always trying to place records. I'm always working on the next release. I still put out music, you know what I mean, to my followers and my listeners and what have you. So that's coming. The Jordan year is coming up, dropping that. But then, and I'm performing at the New Year's Eve at the Memphis Grizzly game or whatever. So I'm gonna be doing that again this year. Did it last year too. It's crazy. Shout out to the GloRillas and John Morant and Bane and the whole squad. But now I got the movies coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the movie and film business. You know
How you feel about the acting?
I love it. I love.
People think it's easy. Don't know there's a lot of work with it.
No, it's a lot. Listen, it's a lot of rejection, and it's a lot of no's to get to a yes. But it's like the whole time you just perfecting your talent, perfecting your craft. It's like gives me a release to be able to check out the studio and the music vibe, and then like as a writer, somebody who writes, to be able to have a script give it to me, and to be able to play a role or a part that's like different than what someone would you know, that gives me a lot. Too. It's a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge, and it's a creative vibe. I'm super creative, like, so it gives me a creative rush, and to be able to get my creativity out and don't have to be mundane or stagnated in just doing just the music. Plus, being able to get in certain movies allow me to be able to get on certain soundtracks. So the hustle kind of, you know, it comes together. So I got some movies coming out next year. Some really cool things that's coming up next year. I'm not the kind of person that be like, yo, I'm gonna be in this, and this. I'm more like, look, Netflix, I have a major movie coming, all right, with Jamie Foxx. All right? Jamie Foxx? Yes, that's on the way. I'll let y'all know that now follow my gram at kinfolk_Kia or go to my website, coffeewithkinfolk.com. And then as the date gets here and gets closer, then I'll let you know exactly what it is. There are a couple of movies that I'm in. Two of them that's already shot that's coming next year, and one of them that I'm shooting now. You know what I'm saying? So and then there's some commercials and stuff coming too. So there's some. Just keep, you know, I'll be everywhere. Like, you know, like the air, I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it just, I love the fact that Atlanta has these opportunities right out here. Black Hollywood is here. It's right here. Everything's being shot here, and there's so much money being poured into the music film industry here. So I'm here for it. So I'm in it, and I love doing it, and it's just super. I love it. I love acting. That shit is so much fun, bro. I done got killed on camera. And if you haven't seen me act before, you can go to see Superfly. You can see Star on Fox. I'm in that with Queen Latifah and Brandy, the last season of that. I'm in Atlanta just went off. I play second season of Atlanta, episode 203. I'm in that with Donald Glover.
So you working.
I'm in Greenleaf, season 4, episode 2. I'm in Johnson with Cedric Entertainer and D.L. Hewley, first season of that. I'm in Saints and Sinners with Clifton Powell.
Got a catalog for y'all.
And Vanessa Bell Calloway, season 6. I'm a voice character on Red Dead Redemption 2. So these are things that are just out now that you can just go peep or whatever and stuff. But there's more stuff that's coming on that side of the ball game or whatever, bro. Cause you know, I just love that shit. I love that.
Before you get out of here, dog, like you got longevity in this game. What can you say? What can you say to the upcoming? What kind of skill could you give them? Like, cause you know some people in and out.
Yeah.
They gone. Yeah. But like you say, you dropping, you on GloRilla shit right now.
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of advice can you get to the upcoming ones that's trying to get they down here?
This is first of all, like, this is what I want to say. All right, first of all, you need to pray. And you need to see if this is what God's purpose is for your life. You need to know, first of all, because a lot of time, all this time don't wait for you or me. Don't spend time doing things that God ain't called you to be able to do. First and foremost, you got to know that this is what he called you to do. Do you hear that hunger inside you? Is something pulling you to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to recognize that first. Because sometimes people have no navigation for their situation, and you just want to do something because you see somebody else do it. But that ain't what he ain't called you to do it. So because God didn't call you to do it, there's no anointing on you for to do that. You know what I mean? So first of all, recognize what God has called you to do. How do you do that? By looking within, by seeking wisdom, seeking your inner navigation to figure out that. Now, if that's what you're supposed to be doing, let me tell you, bro, like, it's not overnight. It's over many nights. Nothing happens overnight. It's over many nights. Okay? Like, you need to be yourself. Your frequency need to be right. Cause God don't bless mess. Okay? It's got to be fertile. Your ground got to be fertile for you to receive your seed for it to produce a harvest. You know what I mean? So first and foremost, treat people right. You know what I mean? Because the musical chairs change. So treat the people, everybody, with respect. You know what I mean? Create some momentum. Get up every day and create some momentum. Whatever momentum you create, the money will follow your momentum. Whatever you're going to receive in this game is going to be based on your faith. You know what I mean? Your faith is what you got to be able to tap into. Okay? If you know how it's going to happen, that requires no faith. You're not going to know. Put one foot in front of the other and just work. Just keep working. Some days going to be baby steps. It may be some years. But then that one day going to be a giant leap. Just know that forward is forward, no matter how fast or slow you go. But find your own voice. Find your own niche. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to see what somebody's doing and be inspired by, but don't emulate. It's cool to emulate, but it's like don't copy. Like, make it your own. Because if you just emulate, okay, I'll give you an example. What's the boy was Designer sounded a lot like Future on that record there, right?
Yeah.
It went all kind of diamond.
Yeah, but
he sounded like Future.
Yeah.
So when I want to go hear Future sound, I'm going back to Future. I'm not going to the dude who had the song, even if he did 17 million sold or 10 million sold or whatever he did. I'm not checking for you. I will wait for you. I'm back on Future, the guy who originated the sound.
I thought I was Future when I first heard it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was Future from the jump.
Yeah.
I was mad at Kanye.
Future got another one.
I was upset at Kanye. That why would you sign somebody that sounds so much like Future? But that's the game, and it's different like that or whatever these days. But I just think, bro, like, and just know, man, like, if you got 1 million followers, that don't mean you got 1 million fans.
Nah, the facts.
That don't mean you got 1 million people gonna buy some merch. I got 55,000 followers on Instagram. But I can show you my sales for Coffee with Kinfolk, and I guarantee you I'm selling more merch than whoever got 1 million followers on there. Because it's about being authentic.
Okay.
And it's about being authentic, and these people that's following you, they not really engaging with you. Man, if you better, go outside. You want to move the world, you better start with the people down the street.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what you better get out there and do, and make fans, make people, man, listen, man.
Really fuck
I'm
with
telling you, really fuck with you now. That's what you got to do, okay? That's what you got to do. This ain't this trill spill. Like, I'm just telling you what it is, man, because I want to give it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want y'all to receive it, so please pick up what I'm putting down.
And before you go, what's your definition of kinfolk for you, though?
Kinfolk is family.
Okay, then.
Kinfolk is family. A lot of people say, you affiliated? Man, listen, kinfolk is family. Family. You know what I mean? And that's what I represent. Family. I don't switch up. She tell you, man, like, listen, I don't switch up. However I am, I'm gonna be the same way. I see you. If I had the biggest hit record tomorrow and go 17 million, you call my phone, say, man, we need to get back on the podcast. Get what? We right back on the podcast.
Okay, then.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? I just believe in putting that good karma out there, because that's what's gonna get back. You spread love, you catch love. And
one more time, let the people know how can they follow you, dog.
Coffeewithkinfolk.com. COFFEKINFOLK.com. Coffeewithkinfolk.com.
And one more time, who my guest was, dog?
Hey, Kinfolk Kia Jean.
Touch that note.
And everybody sleeping on him gonna wake up working for him.
Okay then.
You
okay then. Well, you snapped on that.